The Philosophy of Time. Introduction.
Time. Invisible, elusive, yet profoundly present in every breath we take. It flows silently, shaping the cosmos, history, and the intimate moments of our lives. From the first sunrise witnessed by early humans to the ticking of atomic clocks, humanity has strived to measure, comprehend, and perhaps even master this ceaseless current.
Time is paradoxical. It slips through our fingers, yet defines every heartbeat, every thought, every memory. It is both universal and personal, absolute and subjective, measurable and ineffable. We will traverse the epochs, investigate the mind, peer into the future, and attempt to understand the force that governs existence itself.
Chapter 1. The Dawn of Time. From the earliest days, humans observed the world around them and noticed patterns. The rising and setting of the sun, the phases of the moon, and the rhythm of seasons dictated survival. Time was not yet a number or a line. It was a sequence of changes, a natural rhythm to which life attuned itself. The first attempts to measure time were simple yet ingenious. Sundials tracked the sun's shadow, revealing the passage of hours. Shadow sticks, water clocks, and early calendars allowed ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Babylonians to plan agriculture, rituals, and navigation. These tools were primitive by today's standards, yet they represented humanity's earliest attempt to impose order on an ungraspable flow.
Humanity's fascination with time grew alongside the rise of civilization. Cities, commerce, and religion demanded precision. Time became something to structure, predict, and align with the cosmos. Yet, despite these innovations, time remained a flowing river, indifferent to human effort. It could be measured, but never controlled.
And religions. Long before science, cultures sought to explain the mystery of time through myth and story. In ancient Egypt, time was cyclical. The sun god Ra's journey through the sky symbolized death and rebirth. In Hindu cosmology, vast cycles of creation and dissolution, spanning billions of years, conveyed the eternal rhythm of the universe.
The Greeks offered diverse visions. Kronos, the god of time, devoured his own children, symbolizing time's consuming nature. Yet the eternal, unchanging forms of Plato hinted at a timeless reality beyond the flow. Religions often intertwine time with morality, destiny, and divine order. The past is sacred memory, the present is opportunity, and the future is guided by fate or divine will. Across cultures, time is more than minutes or years. It is a moral and spiritual framework, guiding behavior and understanding existence.
Chapter 3. Philosophical Echoes.
Time has long captivated philosophers. Heraclitus observed,
No man ever steps in the same river twice, emphasizing constant change. For him, the world itself is time, a perpetual flow in which stability is illusionary. Augustine of Hippo reflected deeply on subjective time, noting in his Confessions that the past and future exist only in the mind. Memory and anticipation shape our perception of time. Time, he suggested, is intimately linked to consciousness. Without a mind to perceive it, time may have no meaning.
Medieval and Renaissance thinkers expanded this exploration, grappling with the paradox of time as both real and subjective. Is time an external force, independent of observers, or a construct of human experience? This duality remains central to modern thought.
Chapter 4: The Age of Science.
Newton introduced the notion of absolute time, a uniform, continuous dimension flowing identically for all observers. This concept dominated the scientific worldview for centuries. Time was a rigid framework upon which physics and mechanics operated.
Einstein shattered this simplicity. Relativity demonstrated that time is flexible, influenced by speed and gravity. A clock on a fast-moving spacecraft ticks slower than one on Earth. Near a massive planet, time bends and stretches. Suddenly, time was no longer a universal constant. It was a personal experience, intertwined with space itself.
Quantum physics added further complexity. At microscopic scales, time becomes uncertain, defying classical intuitions. The universe is not a static stage, but an unfolding tapestry, where time interacts dynamically with matter and energy.
Chapter 5: Cultural Perceptions of Time. Different cultures perceive time in diverse ways. Western societies often view it linearly: past, present, future. Efficiency, planning, and punctuality dominate the narrative. In contrast, many indigenous cultures perceive time cyclically, emphasizing natural rhythms, community continuity, and seasonal patterns. These cultural perspectives shape behavior, values, and even cognition. Time is not merely a measure, it is a lens through which life is understood, experienced, and lived.
Chapter 6: The Arrow of Time.
Time appears to have a direction. The past is fixed, the future uncertain, and the present fleeting. This arrow of time is most clearly seen in thermodynamics. Entropy, the measure of disorder, always increases in isolated systems. Ice melts, stars burn, and civilizations rise and fall, all marking the forward flow of time. This scientific arrow mirrors human experience. Memory anchors us in the past, while anticipation pulls us toward the future. Every action has consequences, each moment a stepping stone to the next. Causality, the chain linking cause and effect, gives time a sense of inevitability.
Yet the arrow of time is not just physical. Emotion, experience, and culture shape our perception. Moments of trauma or joy stretch subjectively. Monotonous days seem to vanish. Time in the mind is elastic.
Chapter 7. Time in the Mind.
Human consciousness imbues time with personal meaning. Cognitive science shows that attention, emotion, and memory distort perceived duration. Children often experience hours as endless, while adults compress decades into fleeting recollections.
Memory creates a narrative thread, linking past events to present identity. Anticipation shapes motivation, planning, and imagination. Without consciousness, time would lack context and significance. It is experienced, not merely measured.
Moreover, subjective time varies with psychological states. Flow states, deep focus, or meditation can expand or contract the felt duration of events. In essence, the mind is both a clock and a mirror, reflecting and shaping the passage of moments.
Chapter 8. Biological Time.
Life itself is governed by internal clocks. Circadian rhythms regulate sleep, metabolism, and hormone cycles. Seasonal behaviors in animals reflect evolutionary adaptations to the cycles of light and temperature. Humans are intimately attuned to these rhythms, yet modern life often disrupts them.
Biological aging is another measure of time. From cellular division to molecular degradation, organisms are marked by temporal processes. Science is beginning to intervene, exploring ways to slow aging and extend lifespan. In this sense, biological time intersects with human ambition, revealing both limits and possibilities.
Chapter 9. Time in Art and Literature. Artists and writers have long explored time's elusive qualities. Literature constructs narrative time, bending chronology to highlight meaning, memory, and causality. In novels, past and future can coexist with present, revealing subjective experience in ways rigid clocks cannot.
Visual arts capture time in motion or stillness, portraying fleeting moments or eternal truths. Music manipulates temporal perception, creating rhythm, anticipation, and emotional resonance. Through creative expression, humans extend the reach of time, exploring its emotional, psychological, and cultural dimensions.
Chapter 10. Beyond the Present.
Looking to the future, human mastery of time may deepen. Scientific advances hint at ways to manipulate experience, slowing biological aging, digital consciousness existing in altered temporal frameworks, even speculative time travel. Artificial intelligence and simulations may allow subjective time to expand or contract, enabling minds to experience lifespans and events on scales previously unimaginable. These possibilities challenge our linear perception of existence.
Yet, amidst these speculations, the present remains fundamental. Each breath, heartbeat, and thought is the locus of real experience. Time, however vast or malleable, is lived moment by moment.
Conclusion. Time is paradoxical. measurable yet mysterious, universal yet deeply personal. From sundials to atomic clocks, myths to quantum physics, humanity has sought to grasp its nature. In seeking to understand time, we uncover truths about the universe, our minds, and ourselves. Every moment we live is both fleeting and eternal. The past shapes us, the future beckons, but it is the present that holds meaning. Time is not just the river we traverse, it is the lens through which we experience existence.